Hello, my beautiful starseeds and earth angels, and welcome to another energy update. The ascension is happening. It's happening. We are truly moving from the third dimension into a higher dimension, into the fifth. And it's not an easy process, okay? If you've been catching up with the last few energy updates, it's very dramatic. It's been ups and downs, upheavals, release, breaking through, and this is no different. So keep watching if you're interested to know what's going on, to maybe make it a little bit easier on what you are experiencing. Those who are new, welcome. Subscribe and see if you like this channel. Those who've been with me for a while, mwah, you know I love you guys. You're beautiful. You are divine. Okay, so let's dive right in. What's been happening? And I'm going to give you an example. What happened to me? What happened to me? Two things happened to me, and these are the two different parts of what's going on. The first one is incredible karmic release. Okay, the energies are conductive. They are demanding you release your negative cycles, your negative programs, your negative karma, your blocks, those deep inner things, whether they be from the inside or from the outside. They demand that you release it because they are surfacing. So if you've been experiencing a lot of heavy stuff, bad emotions, weird things happening, toxic people, attacks of psychic nature or any nature, it's because we are changing so rapidly, we are ascending so rapidly that these negative things can't be stuck in us. They can't. We cannot ascend with so much heaviness. So the heaviness is coming to the surface and you have to release it. That is your job. Your job is not to curl up into a ball of fear and say, this is too much. Your job is to look at it and say, okay, what's going on? Why is this heaviness coming? Why am I feeling like crap? Why do I feel that I'm attacked? Why is everything going haywire? Your job is to look at that and then find a way to purge it, to release it, to get it away and out. Okay, and I always get questions, how do I do this? You can do it in many different ways. You can do your own rituals and mantras and prayers. Talk to your archangels. Talk to your spirit guides. Go see practitioners. Go see a shaman. Take a session with me. That's what I'm good at. I do the karmic release in the Akashic Records, and it's super effective. You can even do acupuncture. There's so many ways to do this, but it's your job to take a look at what's going on, not stick your head in the sand, and do this. Do the release. So this is what happened to me. This is what happened to me. A few days ago, I released my most heavy, my most debilitating karmic block in form of viral entities and aggressive ghosts stuck in me. Okay, so, and you might think, what? How's that possible? You know, you're a light worker, you've done all this work. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The more you shine your light, the more darkness tries to stop you. And these things that I found in me, these dark energies, had been actually put in me 7 or 8 years ago when I really started to shine my light. They were there to stop me from shining my light in the future. Okay, because, you know, some negative beings and energies, they can look into timelines and they move back in your timeline and try to bring you down before you can even shine your light, right? So this is what happened to me. And if you resonate with this at all, and if you're curious, let me know. I will make a video on each specific thing, so you can know about it better. So the first thing that I found when I went to another deep level of karmic clearing, I went into my own Akashic record because I knew there was still something there. Why was I getting psychic attacks? Why was I getting negative cycles? Why did I feel so attacked? Why? With my grid of light, with my protection of light. And it was because there was a very deep, very, very slippery, very difficult to find layer of darkness that had gotten hold of me. One was a viral, energetic entity, okay? And these exist. It's like the equivalent of AIDS, but on an energetic level. So these are viral, negative, physical. It's hard to describe. They are energetic, but they actually go into your physical body and they cause degenerative disease. They cause chronic illness. And a lot of us have been infected by this. And when I looked deeply into it, my friends, when I looked deeply into it, these are actually created entities by negative soul groups made to infect people and light workers to lower their vibration. All right. So if this rings a bell in you, I don't want to go into the depths of it right now. I will make another video because this is important. So I found that in me. So I was like horrified. 7 or 8 years ago, this was given to me by a very dark person who I was in a relationship with for a couple of years. The second thing I found was what some people call hungry ghosts or aggressive negative entities. And this was sitting right here in my heart, sucking energy from my heart. And again, I was like, oh my God, I was so horrified. I was devastated. I thought, how could I not have noticed this? But this was at a very, very deep level. And this was again given to me by the same person who I know was sent to me, was put in my path to dim my light and to stop me from stepping into my path as a light worker. This was a person who came to me when I was living in a small town, and there was actually no way, no logical way why this person would come into this town and how they would meet me. And this was a negative soul, but a soul with such charm and magnetism that this man, he drew me in and he put a spell on me and he infected me, but I allowed it to happen. I knew from the moment I saw this man, alarm bells were like ding, 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 run, run, run. And I didn't. So it was my choice. So you see, the negative stuff that happens to us, we let it happen. It's our choice. We cannot be victims. We have to take responsibility. So this man infected me with 2 negative diseases, right? Evil, demonic diseases, I would say, on an energetic level. And I couldn't find them before because I hadn't really known about these specific types of entities, so I couldn't recognize it. And they caused the symptoms that I have been facing in the last few years. They caused me to be always tired. Every year I feel worse and worse. In the last 7 years, I've done so much clearing, acupuncture, I've done everything. And nothing helped. So in the last few years, my health has been declining, and it was an eternal struggle and fight. And then I found them. And the moment I found them, I was so mad. I was so angry. And the reason I found them also was because of the psychic attacks I'd been experiencing. Because I realized that right now, putting so much light into my body and my being, these negative entities were, they were flaring up. They were causing me to flare up, to feed them more energy because they were having trouble staying in my body because I was putting so much light into my body. So they were struggling and fighting to survive. And when I felt the psychic attacks recently, it's like they were flaring up and calling in their friends, also negative energies, and they were lowering my vibration and causing this disharmony and these absolute horrible cycles of frustration and despair, lowering my vibration, opening me up to other negative spiritual attacks of other negative beings. Okay, this sounds like a bit of a horror story, but this is what happened, my friends. And of course, the moment I knew they were there, into my Akashic record, calling all my angels and guides in, and I cleared it, and I cleared it, and I cleared it. And I did clearing with such ferociousness and vehemence. My heart palpitations that I used to get. A few weeks ago, I thought I was going to die at night. My heart palpitations, you know, and my heart is my weakest point because I'm so emotional. So this hungry, viral, negative, demonic ghost entity was sitting there growing and feeling happy because my heart generates so much energy. But this was causing me to almost have heart attacks every once in a while and causing chronic illness. And the viral entities in my blood, which are genetically engineered by a negative soul group, and I will say it, yes, the draconians, Okay, so just be open to these concepts. And they sent this man across my way because the Draconians are masters of time. They could see into my future timeline. This was just when I was starting to open my psychic gifts, when I started reading tarot at the markets. My very first day when I sat down at a little table at a market, I put up my sign, tarot readings, and I had a lineup of people in 5 minutes. I was like, oh, where did these people come from? They were lining up, wanting me to read their cards. On my first day as a tarot reader, as a beginner, I read tarot by donation. This was, years back. And at the end of that day, I had a huge bowl overflowing with money. I was like, wow, right? And a few months after that, this man was sent my way because I feel that these negative forces looked into my timeline. They were attracted to me. They saw that I was going to be a spiritual leader. I was going to try to wake up other people. So they sent this my way. And this has been within me, holding me back and dimming my light, or trying to dim my light physically, to make me physically ill. So I cleared this. And it's because the light codes are coming in, and it's because we are ascending and bringing out the darkness, the negativity, the heaviness in layers. And as it arises, you will find, if you pay attention, you will find ways in synchronicity to know what it is and how to release it. And it's taken me all this time to release this last one. And this is the last one, I hope. This is the last heavy one. And I've been feeling so much better. I still have a little bit of heart palpitation, but there has been a huge shift. I've not had these really horrible negative cycles. I've not had psychic attacks. So I am so glad that this was brought to my attention, and that I've done the work every day to release and clear it. I will continue different types of clearing work to make sure. So that's the first thing, my friends. Some of the worst negative heaviness may come out. Don't run from it. Look at it. Be brave. Look at it in the face and say, oh, now I got you. Be glad. If something horrible comes out in a relationship, or you knowing what's going on, or just suddenly your eyes being open, be glad. Say, I got you, little devil. You can't escape me. Now that I have you, you're done. You're finished. Okay, so that's the first part of the ascension process right now. As you see, I'm very passionate about this because it's so huge. The second thing that happened about a week later, okay, I started opening up, feeling clear, feeling good. And so what happened was, my psychic senses, my psychic abilities have been blown wide open. And this is the reward for you doing the work. When you do the work and you release the dark, then there's space, then so much light can come in. You can expand, you can bring out your true gifts. And this is what happened to me 2 days ago, okay? Yesterday. This is what happened yesterday. The day has been so long. Yesterday, this is what happened to me, guys. And this is amazing. This is amazing. And this is what can happen to you too. You know, I do a lot of work in the Akashic Records. I am claircognizant. That's my strength. I know things. Boom, they come in. Boom, they come in. And I have the ability to go into the far past and see past lives. That's my strong skill. I used to be a hypnotherapist doing past life regression. So the main work that I do is I work with clients like you. I go into the Akashic Records. I'm able to look into their past lives, and I see it. I know it. I feel it. And if you have a starseed origin, I'm able to go into your starseed past lives. And I can see what you looked like, where you lived, what this planet was like. That's what I've been doing, and it's amazing work. And this is what happened yesterday. I went to the pool, okay, to the pool, because the water brings out everything that's been brewing. So I was in the pool. It was pretty crowded. And I was there just swimming. relaxing. And I knew something was shifting already. That day, things had been shifting, and I was like, wow, I was having a really good day. And then I looked over. I saw a man walking across my field of vision with a daughter. And the information came in, and I thought, wow, look at that Alpha Centaurian with this beautiful little mermaid Mintakan daughter. And I was like, oh, wow. And I knew, I didn't just see a person, I saw an Alpha Centauri, Starseed, and his little daughter with red hair that he was so protective of, who was playing in the water, that she was Mintakan. I saw it. I saw it, I swear. I didn't have to tune in, I didn't have to try, I saw it. Then I looked around. I saw another girl and her brother jumping in the pool, and I said, wow, so you're so Pleiadian. Oh, you're so typically Pleiadian. And the man is, and the brother as well. And I looked over there, another Pleiadian. And I started looking around, and I saw the soul of these people, of their starseed origin. I saw it. I saw the people, how they physically looked as human beings. Like, I didn't see any like weird, I saw them, but I knew, the knowing was that I recognized them for who they are. I guess it's a different kind of vision that came in. That's never happened to me before. And for about 80% of the people that were there, I knew their starseed origin. I just knew it like a flash of lightning. Like if you look at someone and you see if they have brown eyes or blue eyes, you just see it, you say, oh, blue eyes. And I looked and I saw, oh, Pleiadian, oh, Arcturian, oh, Earther soul, oh, North Star soul. So that was like, so amazing. So I was in the swimming pool, the water was warm, and I was getting chills. And I saw another one, I was getting chills. I was getting chills in the pool, and I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And I suddenly knew the starseed origin of everybody. And the people actually had the physical features and the stance and the energy of that starseed. The Alpha Centaurians are the protectors, the guardians. And I know the energy of these from my spirit guides, from some clients of mine. And the man who walked across, he was like this. He was a little solid. He was walking like this, and he had special features. And the little daughter just emanated pure love and joy. She was like so beautiful with red hair, and she was playing. And I knew she was a Mintakan soul from the belt of Orion. And I saw all the Pleiadians. I'm Pleiadian too, right? And I thought, they're such jocks. Like the guys that were like tall and like, you know, like with a back looking like this, like a little bit muscular, and the features like the elves from Lord of the Rings, the ears were always like this. They were Pleiadian. And the girls and the women who were Pleiadian, the young girls mostly, they're like very slim, sleek bodies with long limbs. And I knew it. The Earther souls, you know what they looked like? It's like their faces came out in a way I'd never noticed before, and they were the exact faces of the soul group. So my friends, each soul group incarnates with a specific physical look and the way they move and their energy. The Earther souls all looked like the hobbits in The Little Hobbit, or gnomes, or dwarves, okay? Beautiful in different ways, but they looked exactly like these. I looked around, I saw so many dwarves, so many men like with the beards, they had faces like dwarves. And like in The Hobbit, the girls, the boys, it was hilarious. And I saw a few Arcturians, they all looked a little bit different. I saw a few wizards, and there were some which I didn't know what they were, because I had not been so familiar with the look and feel of that soul group. So I was like, oh, and I was feeling into it. But I had an inkling of what they were. So this is an example of psychic knowing, just in the special way that you do things, being blasted wide open, because you're doing the work. You're doing the work of purging, you're doing your spiritual work, you are listening, you are taking action. And I swear, I tell you, my friends, this will happen. It will come to you. With me, it's always a bit extreme, right? but the spiritual work, that's what I do all day long. And in my readings, I channel soul groups all day long. So now I had the game of like looking in magazines and TV, and I know, oh, that guy's that soul group, that girl's that, oh yeah, that's a Pleiadian, that's a Mintakan. I didn't see any negative souls there, thank God. I was pretty happy about that. I saw one or two which were like kind of iffy, like, oh, borderline negative, borderline negative. I didn't see any draconians there, thank goodness, too. Probably they don't come across my way because I reject them. And the proof was that at one moment in time, when I went back to the change rooms, all the different, like about 5 or 6 of them, Pleiadian girls and women that didn't know each other from different points in the pool, suddenly all made their way. We're all standing close together in front of the lockers. Suddenly, and I knew that, and I was like, oh my God, I'm surrounded. I've congregated these Pleiadian souls to me, and they were all friendly, and we were all talking and laughing. And one girl who was like the most Pleiadian of them all, she looked exactly like her a little bit, okay, but younger. This is what Pleiadians like typically look like. Not the hair color or anything, but the features of the elves, like with ears, and they just have this look about them. She said, oh, I always see you here, like, yeah, and how are you doing? And I was so surprised. So that for me was the confirmation that it was correct, because I drew all the beautiful Pleiadian family, star family that's mine, to me, and it was just amazing. Okay, so that's what this ascension energy can bring you, so that you're not too frustrated if you only have the negative stuff going on. Look at the negative stuff. Don't be afraid. Look at it. Do your spiritual work, and your psychic senses will be blasted open like crazy. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairsentient, whatever your specialty is, whatever you are good at, whatever it is that will benefit you most, whatever it is you're working at, that's going to be like, and you have to trust it. That's the thing. Don't deny it. Oftentimes we are already so psychic. We are so psychic, every single one of you. And believe me, don't say, oh, but you've been psychic all your... I've not been psychic all my life. I never used to know this stuff. I had to work at it. I never saw things, or I never knew things direct. I wasn't consciously aware of anything. I never heard voices. I never saw visions. I never could look into the future. I could never do any of that stuff all my life. I was just very like, I felt that I was intuitive. I was in tune with myself, and my psychic abilities have developed as I did my spiritual work. So if I did it, you can do it. Okay? So please, do your purging, do your karmic clearing, and pay attention to the signs and whispers and signals and sensations and visions and hearings and knowings. If you suddenly know something, like, oh, pay attention and deepen it. And this will assist you greatly in opening up and in the ascension process. So that is the update for these ascension energies, and it's such a beautiful thing, and I can't wait to see where we are all heading. So please leave a comment down below. Tell me, have you been experiencing this? Have your psychic senses been blasted open? Are you expanding? Let me know. I really want to know. All right, so thank you so much. There's an eye popping up there. I still have space for a few readings, Starseed origin readings, karmic clearing, all that stuff. Take a look if you're interested. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye, Cosmic Empress.